Today, I'm talking about the condo I just bought. It's all about trust, and my portfolio is an open book. So follow my money and see why I bought this condo so you can learn to invest like me. Hey everyone, Alex Wilson here. Welcome to this week's weekly chat. I'm the team lead for teamalexjwilson.com, and of course we have Kyle, Director of Operations of Remax Wealth Builders Real Estate. So Kyle, what do you want to talk about today?
Well, Alex, I heard that you bought another pre-construction investment condo. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. So I'll back it up a little bit and how we're getting on that topic today. I had a meeting yesterday with an old friend acquaintance, reached out, haven't talked to them in a while, and the line that came out of his mouth while we were in the meeting was, "Alex, I hate real estate agents." And believe it or not, Kyle, that is not an uncommon line in meetings I have with people. But as we continue the conversation, the reason he reached out to me is he has a level of trust with me, and he's been following my videos and wanted to see if we were a match to work with. A light bulb went off my head when the word trust came out. So I do treat my portfolio as an open book. So today I wanted to go over this recent purchase of a condo wise and go why I bought it and help educate people on my thought process when I'm analyzing a project. I do, what's the line when you say you speak, or I walk the walk, talk the talk. I walk the walk, talk the talk. So I want to show everyone that today. And the second part of it is that, guys, I can't buy everything. So common question I get from people that are starting their investment journey or start following me, they want to buy what I buy. I can't buy in every project. It doesn't mean that things that I say aren't good opportunities. Just like everyone else, I'm subject to the stress test and different rules. And maybe we'll do a video just to talk about the fluidity of my real estate portfolio. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll talk about the fluidity of a portfolio. So when I say I have 11 condos, and I also get the question, how are you going to get 11 mortgages? We can talk about how you work with a fluid portfolio and how you can grow a portfolio like me. But that'll be next week. So today we're going to just show you how and why I bought this condo.
So Alex, tell us more about this development and the unit you actually purchased.
So this project was, the project's Azura. The actual address of the property is 15 homes. It's across the street from Yonge and Finch subway station. And like a lot of projects, I do a lot of analysis on the projects as I'm working on them, because I have to speak and answer people's questions when they're asking you about the project. So I get quite involved in the project, and then I start walking the walk and talking the talk and getting myself sold on the project and the upsides on the project.
You truly become an expert in it, right? You know everything about it.
I do. I know a lot about the area, and a lot of the things that start speaking to me and how I end up buying a unit. And the majority of my units that I buy, it's other people didn't show up for their appointment, and I'm literally there, and I've sold myself on the project for 2 weeks, and then I write the check because someone didn't show up for the appointment.
So this is a situation where you've actually sold the unit to someone else, but they end up not following through with it, and you have this.
So I've literally made millions of dollars by people not showing up for appointments, and I just write the check, and I go through that. So what we'll do now is, should we go over the math on it, or should we go the area wise? What do you think we should do first?
I think let's talk about the area and what really draw you to this.
So in my research wise in doing this, and I will say, Yonge and Finch wasn't an area that was on my radar at all. I'm kind of an east-west guy. I like downtown core or immediate access to the core. So the Yonge and Finch area was not an area that I've explored a lot. So getting into it and doing my analysis on the project, number one, it's on the Yonge subway line. I'm right across the street from the subway station. So checkbox number one, immediate access to transit.
Checkbox.
Yeah, that's in my criteria. So it met that criteria. So that was good. Number 2, and this one was really interesting, and it came across when I was at the sales center, and I was talking to another agent, and he's like, Alex, I don't know if you noticed, but if you go from Shepherd to Finch, there's a very limited number of cranes. Really, there are not a lot of cranes between Shepherd to Finch. So I took a drive. I drove the area, and there is not a lot of cranes between Shepherd and Finch Station. Very limited development happening there. There are lots of buildings. Yonge Street has been built up from Shepherd to Finch, but there really isn't a lot of new construction happening in that area. So what that means is that new supply coming on in that section is going to be very limited. So I know now that I'm going to have a supply constraint as people wanting to move in that area, be on the Yonge subway line. Not everyone wants to live downtown. Now I have this stretch which actually has not a lot of development, but has a strong desire for many people to live in that area. I'm bordered on the Willowdale neighborhood, which is multi-million-dollar homes. North of me is Richmond Hill and Markham. People that may not want to commute as far, they want to get to that area. Strong Korean presence, strong Middle Eastern presence in that area. So it is an extremely desirable neighborhood for different cultures, different ethnicities, and there is no real new buildings coming up. So I see a potential supply crunch coming down the road. Obviously, beyond that, we have easy highway access. We have the 401, we have the DVP, we have the 407 north to us, so we have easy highway access as well. And then we have a cherry on top. While I was actually buying the unit, we had the announcement from the provincial government that they are extending the Yonge subway line all the way into Richmond Hill. So that's my bonus level production-wise. Now I can, for the people that don't want to live downtown but need something, we'll call that North Central. We'll create a new line. North Central?
Sounds good.
Okay, so with the extension, we'll call that North Central. So now I'm at Finch Station, and they're going to be extending from Finch all the way to Richmond Hill. So let's say I have to make meetings downtown. I can easily jump on the subway, get downtown. Let's say I have meetings north of the city. There's a very strong technology presence in the Markham, Richmond Hill area for jobs-wise. Okay, so now I need to go north of the city, so I'm going to head up there. Now I'm North Central. I'm still in Toronto, which was very important to me. I'm still in the city of Toronto, so very central to getting to downtown, but also getting up to the communities north to me as well. So now I have a 10-year vision on this property-wise. I have limited construction, so scarcity between Shepherd and Finch. I'm on a subway line, and I have a future subway extension, which you probably look at being finished in the next 8 to 10 years, which follows into my time frame of looking at holding these properties for 8 to 10 years. And we'll get more into that next week, the fluidity of a portfolio wise. So that, for me, that made it really attractive investment opportunity. And then the price was extremely attractive for the product I was getting. So Kyle, is that a good segue into
I think so, yeah. Let's get into the numbers.
Okay, so let's dig down to the numbers. Follow me. So guys, going into the analysis on the product I purchased. So invested in a 1-bedroom unit, $467,000, and it's 441 square feet. So when you do the math on that, you may think, hey Alex, that's over $1,000 per square foot in the Yonge and Finch area. That seems high. Well, when you look at the product type and you look at the floor plan, which we have here, for me, I look at that's an entry-level 1-bedroom condo. So I know what the unit's going to rent for, and when someone's looking at it, they're going to see it as a entry-level 1-bedroom condo. And where can I get an entry-level 1-bedroom condo for that's new under $500,000? Very difficult, and especially on the Yonge subway line. So for this one, I wasn't as concerned about the price per square foot because I knew I had a very strong product on my hand with this unit. So sub $500,000, where can I get that? 441 square feet, but a really good layout in the product. So I did my math on the unit. So I'm looking at a current market rent when I'm looking at new buildings in the area between Shepherd to Finch. I'm looking at, I probably get about $2,100 per month on the unit right now. Now that would still run me a slight negative cash flow of $90 per month, but I'm not buying it to get today's rents. I'm buying it for when the product is actually completed. An expected completion of this unit is going to be in 2022. So if I apply a conservative 5% annual growth on the rental rate of this product in 2022, I'm looking at a rent in the neighborhood of $2,300 to $2,400 per month at that 5% annual growth from $2,100. And at that point, I'm looking at a positive cash flow anywhere between $125 to over $200 per month in the positive cash flow level. So that's the key as we went into the last week's video. Why we buy pre-construction. We're able to lock into an attractive price point. So I'm locking into one bedroom product under $500,000, $467,000. But I'm going to be able to get that future rent on it, which is going to make my cash flow very attractive. And with this new product, it is not subject to rent control. So even if, let's say, my cash flow calculations, it doesn't reach what I want it to in 2022, that's okay, because I can rent for a lower rate then. Then the next year I can jack the rents up because I'm not subject to rent control. Kyle, our other product, we both own in the same building. How much under rent are you right now?
$300 to $400 a month.
And we're both in the exact same situation. We have our original tenants in there. We cannot do anything to raise our rents. So we're stuck at a sub-market rent to $300 to $400. With new product, I do not have that worry. I have the ability to adjust to market rates at the end of a lease with 90 days notice. Another attractive thing about the pre-construction product. So we look at the numbers. I'm sub 500 at 467 with 5% annual growth. I'm going to be well cash flow positive. And then I look at my growth rate in value per year. So if I put the value of this new product at current market value, I paid 467. I pegged the current market value, new product at 500,000. Looking at other new buildings that have recently completed in that area, that seems like a reasonable analysis. And then I apply a 5% annual growth rate on this product. So 2019 worth 500. Let's escalate 5 years. So in 5 years, now I'm looking at, in 2023, I'm looking at a value of 607,000. Or would you put 2024?
Sure.
Okay, 2024. Well, we're what is it? We're arguing over split hairs.
Exactly.
Okay, in 2023 we're looking at 607. 2024 we're looking at 638. But let's go to our 10-year horizon, because it's all about your buy and hold on your product. So we'll go back to our first condos. We're both in the Carnaby. We have different units. We both bought in the mid 200,000s for those units, and now we're both worth well over 500,000. So we bought that in 2012, December 2012. Now it's 2019. So let's add 7 years. So we're looking at 7 years. So if we go 7 years on this product, we're looking at 703,000 for this unit, and then the magic 10-year range, we're looking at north of 800,000. Why 10 years on this one? Beyond, that's what I like to have the hold for. We also have the subway completion estimated for that. Now I have the subway extension going up into Richmond Hill. I'm on the Yonge subway line, which is my direct corridor north-south in the city, of the most popular mode of public transportation in the city. So when I applied all this, even though Yonge and Finch wasn't an area that I normally look at investing in, I'm like, this seems like a great opportunity. Where can I get something sub 500,000 on a major transit line with a bump in regards to a future extension where I become our magic word, North Central, right in that location. And then the builder-wise, Capital Developments, great builder in the city of Toronto. Really enjoy their product. Their most recent completions, which will be the Redpath Towers, 150 and 155 at Yonge and Eglinton, do extremely well. Beautiful product up there. Really believe in what they're doing. So invested with them. And then they're also building a tower later on in 2020 in our backyard at Bloor and Dufferin. So really like their product. So when I did all of that analysis wise, for me, it became a no-brainer. So when that person didn't show up for their appointment, pulled out my checkbook, always have my checkbook on me, wrote the check, and that was the condo I bought. Entry-level, one-bedroom condo. I know in the long run, I can't go wrong with this. And it truly is, real estate, a long and boring game. And then going back to that trust mark, want to keep it open and honest, that's what I bought. And I paid over $1,000 per square foot for it. But I'm okay because it was great product and I know the longevity of that location. Kyle, anything you want to add or any more questions?
I feel like you've sold me on this product. How come I didn't get to buy?
Well, you bought one. You already bought one. You bought one. He bought in line 5 at Yonge and Eglinton and has done this extremely well. You bought in the mid 4s. Now you can't get a 1-bedroom in that project for under $580,000, and that is why you buy at the beginning, at the initial launch, because subsequent phases are going to be much higher price points wise. And he's very happy with his investment at Yonge and Eglinton. And you bought in Yonge and Eglinton because that was your old backyard. Mm-hmm. He's a big fan of Yonge and Eglinton. And guess what? We're both on subway lines. So very important.
So are there any units available left in Azura?
There actually is. I do. Yeah, there is. There are units still left in Azura. So if you're interested in Azura, send us a message. If you want to invest in the Yonge and Finch area, there are no 1-bedrooms left, but there are 2 bedrooms. There may be some 1+ dens in the project. You are in an area where, because you're surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes, people that want to be in that specific area, the 2-bedroom or the larger 1+ den is going to be an attractive option, because if I can't afford a multi-million-dollar home, what's my alternative if I want to be in that area? It's going to be a condo. So if you're interested, send us an email, contact@alexjwilson.com, or call/text 416-996-5181. And next week we'll talk about a fluid real estate portfolio, because we just decided that that's what we're going to talk about. So for making your real estate dreams come true, building you generational wealth and financial freedom. Okay, talk soon, guys. Bye-bye.